Welcome back to the Fable playthrough. This may possibly be the final episode in this playlist. So, you'll recall in the last episode what we had done was gathered 3 souls. We killed Thunder, finally. Gathered his soul, we gathered our mother's soul and Nostro's soul, and added it to Jack of Blades' mask, which should bring us to where we are now, opening up this bronze gate where we can face Jack, who has been brought back to life once again, and we're gonna hopefully vanquish him for good. Alright, let's see. What are we dealing with? I think we already read that in one of the previous episodes. Archon's Folly.
Here you are. It's been a long wait, but I knew you'd free me eventually. Yes, always the puppet. Don't you ever get tired of having your strings pulled? I am no mortal man. The gods and demons you fear and worship are as nothing to me.
Oh boy. He's a dragon. I feel like there's some missing context. Okay, let's see how much damage we can do with this thing. Oh, this is not too bad. Oh god, they did a lot of damage. Okay, well. We got plenty of health potions, I'm not too worried about it. Oh, okay, there's that. Where'd he go? We've already done considerable damage. Oh, that was bad. Where are you, big guy? There you are. Yeah, this is nothing. We're already halfway done on damage. Alright, 2/3 done. Oh, we've got other enemies in the field. Didn't even block this time. This is a pretty weak battle. I wonder if this is like... I wonder if this is the original concept of this fight. Because I feel like there's some elements of story missing. Why is he a dragon? Why was he locked behind this thing? Like, how did he come back? Oh gosh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things. Actually, wait, why am I worrying about this guy? I don't care. I should be able just to go and finish this fight right here. Oh. Yeah, he's like dead. There. We beat him in under 3 minutes. We're like just at 3. Now what? What is that doing? Sucking his soul away?
You must destroy the mask. Whatever you do, you must not wear it. Wear me. And gods envy your power.
Nah. It's a decent, like, it's a cool visual, but Jack takes over your body. So there's no reason to wear his mask. Like, I'd rather just be me. I'm not gonna let him take over my body. Screw that. I did all this work, not him. Like, I'm already stronger than him. I don't need to become him. Achievement unlocked. Hashtag spoilers. Okay.
It was a battle that will be talked about for centuries to come. The day the hero of Oakvale slew the dragon Jack of Blades. The day the strange creature behind the mask was finally banished from this world. And this is where our tale must end. Though even the most hopeful of hearts knew the struggle between good and evil would never be truly over. As for what became of the guild and its heroes, that is a story for another time.
Shouldn't that be the story of right now? Like, isn't that kind of the idea? Okay, well, there we go. Fable, Fable Lost Chapters, and Fable Anniversary. That is pretty much everything. So that was pretty fast. I didn't expect that to be it. I thought there was going to be a lot more of an obstacle here, a lot more challenge, and a lot more detail. I don't know. I was thinking about this, like, so where should I start with my thought process here? The final battle seemed weird. Obviously, it was very easy. We didn't cheese anything. We just used the tools that were given to us. But I feel like with the Lost Chapters and Anniversary, it's a collection of cut content that they've combined together in one game. This is just my thought. This is just how I feel. I didn't do any extensive research on this to verify this is true. This is just what it makes me think of. So if there's anyone that's watching this and you want to correct me, understand I'm not saying that I'm right. This is just how I feel, okay? If you have any information that can confirm either way, leave it down in the comment section. But here's my thought. They sort of like hacked it together and gave you a little bit more content than the original game, adjusted the UI, and maybe added some quality of life adjustments. But it seemed like there were some really big chunks of story missing that may have just were left on the chopping room floor. I don't know. This game, when it first came out in 2004, granted this is the anniversary edition, so that came out, I want to say, like a year or two later or something. But the original game in 2004, for me, was groundbreaking. It was one of the first times any game I'd ever played allowed us to have a choice that impacted the overall story. I'm not saying it's the first game that had that as an element of gameplay or a mechanic. That was just the first game I played that had it, which I thought was a really crazy thing at the time. Granted, now every single RPG has a significant impact on whether you're good, bad, or kind of like gray in the middle of the road. But no, it was a fantastic game. I really loved the second one after the fact, which is a whole other story. But I just remember those are the two games that really kind of like stuck with me as a kid, and never actually played Fable 3 actually. I'm thinking out loud now. But focusing on this game specifically, there's obviously a lot of bugs and a lot of issues that they've improved, at least from Fable 1 to Fable 2. Hopefully when we get to those games, 2 and 3, we'll be able to experience some of that, and I can sort of talk about it, because it's been years. Like, you think of how long it was, 2004, 2005, 2006, when this came out. That's 15 years ago. I can barely remember what I had for breakfast, let alone 15 freaking years ago a game experience. I was a very different person back then, so obviously I was more impressed with what was available at that time on Xbox 360 when it first came out. Actually, let me retract that. I believe the first Fable game came out on the original Xbox, and then Anniversary and I think The Lost Chapters too, right? Didn't they both come out on 360 after the fact? And then I think Fable 2 and Fable 3 came out on Xbox 360, but only Fable 1 and 3 were available on PC, which I thought was interesting. You still should be able to play Fable 1, 2, and 3 if you have an Xbox. I sold my Xbox. As a matter of fact, I'm playing this game on Steam right now, which, again, bummer, I don't actually have my Xbox, otherwise I would pick up Fable 2, maybe someday. I'll get an Xbox again and play that one. Baby's born. What is that about? Interesting. They're calling out babies that were born during development. That's kind of cool. Assuming that's what it meant. But overall, really liked this game. I've got some feedback. Obviously, the overall experience of this game is hindered by the technology of its era. The UI is garbage. Like, I hated that. There was a bunch of things in this game that weren't very intuitive that I didn't figure out till way later. Granted, I'm also an idiot. I think as I get older, I become more dumb and far less aware. And, with technology as it is today, it's become so simple that we're sort of trained to expect a certain experience. And when it's not that easy, it, like, all of a sudden, like, I start to struggle to think, because I'm like, I can't remember, like, the UI being this complicated before. And it's like, this is so simple, right? But things are even more simple today. So I'm kind of taking my own personal experiences of today and applying it to a game that came out 15 plus years ago. So I'm trying to not be biased in such a manner. But overall, fun game, great concepts. I don't know if I like the sort of linear aspect of it. I mean, it's an RPG, but you're very, very limited where you can go. I mean, you can't really go off of a beaten path. which kind of sucks. But this game also never really claimed to be that. And I bring this up only because while at the time of this making, the Fable, or this video recording, I should say, the Fable remake, or I don't know if it's a remake or if it's a sequel. I'm assuming it's a remake, but on a much greater scale. We've gotten no gameplay or anything at this time. So as I'm talking about this to you right now, I'm only hoping that we're going to get more of a Skyrim in scope type of experience with Fable, with improved Unreal Engine gameplay, which would be really great, I think. I just want a bigger game. I want to be able to, like, what I love about RPGs that allow me to explore are the ones that say if you can see it, you can go to it off in the distance. That's what I want. I want that big of a sandbox always. And I'm hoping that Fable does that too, because this one felt rather limiting. The maps suck. The maps are really bad. Really bad. And even if there's an easier way to interpret how the maps are laid out, it's so bad that by the end of the game, I still couldn't figure out a way. I literally have to remember point A to point B, and I shouldn't have to. I feel like that's sort of entitled. I shouldn't have to remember how to get from point A to point B. I should just be able to have a map that I can look at that sort of makes sense. Like, why? But I guess, entitlement aside, if you have a map, the map should... That's the point of a map, is to tell you exactly what direction you should go, and this map just doesn't do it. Original Fable takeout count, 1,915 pizzas. That was cool. Did you see that? Go back and rewind that and look at that. That's really neat. It showed you how many meals that they ordered takeout. That's cool. Wow, I actually never bothered to read these credits, and they're kind of fun. There's some fun ones in here. But anyway, map sucks, UI sucks. A lot of really basic systems that could have been improved on as well. The sneak sucks, stealing sucks. How you use your emotes is garbage. That was all terrible. But the combat was pretty fluid. There was one critique in the combat that I made before, is that after you knock an enemy down, you can still highlight them red, but as you're swinging, it just goes through them and causes no damage until they're in the upright position to defend themselves and fight back, which I didn't like. If you're on the ground, I should still be able to rapidly strike you. That's the whole point. You're trying to kill me. I'm not playing nice here, like waiting for you to get back up to fight. No honor. I slaughtered an entire town. I slaughtered all of Oakvale like 4 times. So, you know, I'm not here to play by the rules, you know what I mean? I killed Whisper, I killed Thunder, which was awesome. Both of those characters are super duper annoying, so I had to kill them. Whisper in particular. The only reason why I killed Thunder is because I felt like he kept on talking smack, and I thought it was funny to take his love from him. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the ability to kill her, and I don't think that I have the ability to divorce her. We also never became physically intimate, which was a little bit obnoxious. I couldn't figure out how to do that. I wanted to have an in playlist experience where our hero of Albion, rather, got his on. You know what I mean? I also don't like the lack of weapons and the lack of armor, especially the lack of customization. Like, once you get the plate armor, like, there's nothing else that matters. Like, you don't need anything else. There's cloth, like one leather outfit with a couple like light leather, regular leather, dark, I think, something like that. Chainmail, plate, and that's it. That's all you get, which is annoying. And I never saw anything better than a chainmail helmet, which sucks, until way later in the game, after we got to like the Lost Chapters anniversary content, when there's like the 2 helmets that I picked up that were identical, just a dark one and a normal one. I didn't even check to see what the stats were because I was already so strong it didn't matter. I just wanted to wear something different for once, but that sucks. I like the idea of the augments on the weapons, but I think there should be like a really expensive charge to unaugment your weapons. I don't like that it's permanent, because there's a handful of, well, all the master weapons, like I bought every one that I ever saw, and you can always just buy another one if that's the case. But even if that is the direction that I wanted to go with my weapons, I don't think any single one of the weapons with maxed out damage dealing augments could have topped the Sword of Aeons or Evo's Tear, or yeah, what was it? The Bereaver also does a lot of damage, but it's slow, and the Solus Greatsword does a lot of damage, but it's slow. So I don't know. There's a few things in there that they could have done a little bit better in this game. Just kind of thinking about it, but again, this is kind of how we're spoiled with the current state of gaming. I mean, at the time of this making, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are out there in the wild right now, and Xbox Series X and Series S respectively. Those ones you can still play these games on, 1, 2, and 3, but they'll also be getting an exclusive Fable continuation, which will probably be on PC as well. But I wanted to kind of play this game despite being on PC. I wanted to play it using an Xbox controller, which I did. So I still kind of got that main experience. I don't think the game... I mean, maybe swapping between spells could have been a little bit easier using the keys, but I just chose controller. And I only used a handful of spells. There's like way more spells that I didn't use than I actually did. Obviously, the slow time was very useful. Berserk was very useful. The electric one was useful, lightning rather, but it just didn't really do as much damage as I wanted, so that was kind of a waste. I probably could have done more there. I didn't upgrade them all to max. Let's see. I used multi-shot a couple times, sword, and that was it. There's maybe a couple others that I accidentally used, but didn't use on like in battle or even in defense or offensive purposes. So I don't know. The aging mechanic, God, I hate that so much. There were some mods that I found on Nexus Mods. I made a comment earlier about the modding community on Steam and the Steam Workshop being very small, and I think that's still true at the time of recording and publishing this video. But I do believe that there's a lot more on Nexus Mods that you can get, but nothing really that suits me. I mean, with the new Fable game coming out in some time in the future, 2021 or 2022, whenever that is, there's just no reason to really experience all that. I don't know. Plus, we still have to get through the other games, and I don't know. I'll probably end up, if you're watching this. Oh, hey, it's me. Can I rotate my camera or move around? No, I'm just standing here. If you're watching this in order, I probably would have played Fable 1, Fable 3, and then Fable 2 much later. I don't have an Xbox, like I said, so I don't really have the ability to play Fable 2 right now, and they never released it on PC, which is dumb. I always thought that they would do that, maybe before they released the Fable remake, but they never did. So, I don't know. Overall, good game, though. All right, so here we are. What is it?
Insult expression.
Insult expression. Okay, so we still have a bunch of other quests that we can do, but there's no real reason. Oh my god, I forgot. Where is... No, hold up, look. The mushroom thing is gone. Remember that, okay, Chapel of Scorn, Booty Hunt, Temple of Light. So Chapel of Scorn, Temple of Light assassin attacks, I think they always stay. Be wary of those who covet your fame. However, yeah, exactly. Chicken kicking never did it. Hero dolls don't care. Book collection don't care. But,
You're now evil enough to use the vulgar thrust expression.
Evil? How am I evil enough? I thought I would be good after all that. Alignment plus 65. I've never really been that bad. I'm also very not scary. I'm also very sexy. My alignment is pretty good so far. 55 years old. Weight average. Pff, whatever. Game days past 107 days. So game days have passed 107 days, which means in 107 days, I have gone from being 10 years old to 55 years old. So that's amazing. What a
evil enough to use the middle finger expression.
Very nice. So there's not really much left for me to do. Most of the videos in this playlist exceeded 45, 50 minutes. So we're kind of out there now in sort of a limbo. Let's go ahead and head back to the Heroes Guild. The things that we have left to do, if you wanted to just get more money, buy shops, customize weapons, you can. Armor collection, completionists may want to do this, but there's no real benefit to doing that, I suppose. What do you got for me? Oh. Nothing.
Hey, have you no respect for guild masters? You should show more respect while you're here. I could break you, so leave it. Hey. You should, I could break. Hey, you should, I could. Hey, you should, I could break.
Okay, so he can't kill him. No quests available either, so that's pretty much it. That's about them as much as we can do. I think we've got all our money and everything. There's no reason to. There we go. Slaughter everyone in here. Oh, there's people that love me. Okay, whatever. Let's go back to Oakvale. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's go to Bowerstone. You know what? The Bowerstone doesn't allow you to have any weapons. And so you can't really slaughter everyone in town unless you have a magnificent punch. You can't even come here and use your magic. Look at this. All my magic is blocked off. All X'd out. Truly awful. Why is my helmet off? Who did that? Bandit chainmail, Holy Warrior helmet. Demon Warrior helmet. Holy Warrior, whatever. I wish they would release that, but I wonder if it's just because they don't want you to kill certain people in this part of town. All right, where's my beloved? She's not even here. Doesn't even look like people love me. Where would she have gone? Oh, she might be inside the house. I'm just playing cleanup. I'm only dragging this out a little bit longer. The game's over. It is done, people. You can go. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. I'm just doing this because, like I said, the videos were usually much longer than this, but they're not right now. The game, we beat the final boss and just talked about the game. And that was it. You know, we beat the final boss in like less than 4 minutes. About 3 minutes. Yeah, there she is. Can we get down? No one's coming to help you. You're a murderer. So yeah, anyway, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough of Fable. This was a lot of fun. Had a great time with this. Oh man, we can... Oh, hold up. Yeah, she's KO'd. So we can just keep on doing this. Before you go, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you have any feedback, thoughts, or support for Lady Grey, be sure to leave it in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. This was a lot of fun. This was a really old, classic, nostalgic experience for me. One of my favorite games of all time. Going back to revisit it, I can see why I loved it. Obviously, a lot of areas that could have used some improvement, but like I said, we're just spoiled with modern-day technology and gaming. Anyway, that's it. I'll stop rambling. Be sure to like and subscribe, comments, and all that. And I will see you next time when we start a brand new playthrough right here on the Marcanine channel. All right, guys, you're the best. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And I'll see you next time.